Alright, may the bids be in your favor. Got engineering, Polania.
Bro, what's the game name?
Scythe. Oh, you're not in here.
You can just search rail. That's how I found it.
Okay.
Whoa.
Saxony Innovative. Crimean Mechanical, popular one this game, this tournament. Agricultural Albion. Ooh. No Nordics, I'll sit there. Looks like engineering will probably go first, then Albion, then Crimea.
And then the bidding order is on the bottom, right? So
That's
Tywing,
right.
Axel, Shanpu, and myself. Actually, though, it really should be Axel first, because he technically actually has 9 points, not 10.
It's not by points, it's by coins.
Yes. No, it's points first.
No, it's coins.
And then coins. Isn't points first, then the tiebreakers?
It's always been coins.
Wow.
It's kind of arbitrary. I don't actually know
Yeah,
if it matters. I honestly think we should probably just go with random, because
Right.
I'm not actually sure if it's better to bid later or first.
I mean, I don't think we've played enough to
Right.
have any like statistics on it, but it feels like it's better to bid later. I think.
Yeah, I'm not actually sure.
Oh, well. I thought it was points. Silly me.
Miss Mechanical and Innovative. One, two, three, four, five. Alright, Tywing, when you are ready, you can start us off.
I'm starting us?
Yep.
Okay. Let's do 0 for Crimea.
Crimea Mechanical for 0. Next would be Axel for 4. On to Chempo. Five on Chempo. 7 on Denki. Back to Tywing.
I'll pass.
That's pass. Axel.
How dare you think?
I should be against the rules. Hey. Chempo. 9. Pass on Denki. Back to Axel. Pass. Chempo takes it for 9.
Didn't he have Crimea Mechanical last game too?
I feel like he did. He plays a lot of Crimea this tournament so far. It's a running trend. Alright, Axel starts the next bid.
Oh shit, I got all 5.
Ooh, all 5s. That's impressive. Improbable, even. Albion 0. Danky puts in 1. Tywing.
pass.
Pass. Straight to Axel. Two from Axel. Back to Danky. Didn't miss an each. Alright, still on Danky. Pass. Alright. Axel prototype. Takes over Albion Agricultural. Next bid goes to Danky. Saxony 0. Saxony 1. Two, three. Flying. Fast Saxony Innovative for tie wing. Same. And Polani Engineering goes for free to Danky Bugs. Alright, and since I'm solo streaming, I'll probably just hang out on your channel. -2. Axel. Oh. That's right. Good catch. We'll just confirm these. I see a 9 for mechanical, -2 agricultural, -3, -0. Looks good. Oh. Nope. That's right. Okay. Let me set up. Polania starts. Everyone's ready. Good luck. Screen seems blurry.
I'll just move them around for you, Axel. Do you see it now? Cool.
Alright, we have the biggest bid on Crimea Mechanical. It's a very reliable, safe 16-ish rounds with decent coin. Subtracting 9 coins from there. I think that's a reasonable bid there. I actually really enjoy Albion Agricultural. I think it has some very fast options to get some mechs down and spread out. And of course,
Let me know if I'm like breathing into my mic or anything, guys.
I want you to.
That might happen. Are you just gonna hang out in here, real?
Yeah, I have no one to talk to.
guess-
I'm just going
I
to
guess
talk
you
to
might as
myself when I'm not, because I'm on push to talk for you guys. So I'll talk to the stream in the meantime.
Gotcha.
So Albion Agricultural, yeah, it just has a lot of good options and potentially a lot of coin, maybe popularity as well. Saxony Innovative is pretty crazy fast. It's the trade. Oh, maybe not. He could do a produce and then trade upgrade. The other option is to trade for 2 metal and then produce deploy, so you can get 2 mechs out in 4 turns very quickly. And then Polania Engineering, I think most people are not fond of it. It's not very great for picking up coins if you get the mechs and enlists, but trading twice, getting a mech in the same action. It's not horrible. So, our first round we saw a trade for 2 oil out of Albion, and a produce from Crimea to get food and worker, a produce from Saxony for the oil and metal. Polania opted to move first and then produce their worker and wood. The main character is sitting on the farm right now. Albion traded that oil so he can move, upgrade now, deciding what he wants to upgrade. Looks like bolstering cards to get 2 food. And he has 2 workers here. That's interesting. You don't usually see bolster enlist first, especially from cards, but is he concerned about an early attack from Saxony? That's very possible. It doesn't look like Saxony is starting that route yet, though, and could be. I'm also suspecting it could be like a balanced workforce. You have potentially 2 workers, produce, bolster, enlist, produce, bolster, enlist, and then you get your objective that way? Could be. I don't know if it's a fast choice, but it's an option. Crimea traded for 2 food, pretty standard opening for Crimea, where they produce, trade 2 food, and then produce again to get their first enlist and 5 workers. Saxony traded and upgraded using that oil, and opts to upgrade move to deploy. So you'll have a fast deploy when you produce deploys next turn. Yeah, pretty fast actually. Then Polania reached the encounter, moving in. Oh, I'm leaving you guys. See ya.
Bye.
I wasn't sure if you were here, but let's chat.
Catch me up to speed on your thinking.
Okay. Well, I've just talked to the stream a bit so far. Oh, what did Polania do? That was a move action, right? Switch me back to voice activity. Alright, so Polania just moved and grabbed this encounter, 1 and 2. Combat card and 4 popularity for 2 coins. Massive. So he's almost tier 2, just off that first encounter. And then Albion produces here for the 2 food. We'll probably see a produce enlist out of Crimea right now as well. And then a produce deploy from Saxony. Alright. So I was talking about the bids. I think Crimea Mechanical is a very safe choice. Paying 9 for it's pretty reasonable. Polania Engineering, it's lucky based, right? But his luck is looking good. He has a lot of popularity. He's starting to trade for a mech and potentially producing enough wood so that he could build a mine. Could be. It's not the fastest start, but I think he'll safely hit tier 2 in case Saxony Innovative ends this game quickly. So Saxony just got their speed mech, probably move next turn, potentially produce deploy the next turn after that. We'll see. But Albion, I think, ooh, he traded. Interesting. So I was suspecting maybe Albion was thinking about balanced workforce with keeping the 2 workers on the food. But it just looks like he wanted to move a little bit, get an upgrade, and then take early combat cards in case Saxony gets too comfortable. Crimea is trading now for 2 more food, so he's planning to do another produce enlist to get straight to 8 workers. Saxony takes the encounter, option 3, pay 2 popularity to gain 2 food and 2 metal, which is actually really good. He just has to put that metal on. Metal has to go on the encounter.
You alright?
Okay. I just wanted to confirm that metal goes on the encounter, but he changed his mind. He's going to pay $4 for a mech. Very expensive. But that is a fast mech. Because, oh, he didn't move his worker though, so he's not going to be able to produce deploy next turn. So did he really save an action here? I'm not quite sure. I think he just plans to trade upgrade next turn anyway, so then he doesn't have to do a produce deploy again. It's very interesting. He's just sticking to the 2 workers. Let's see if it works out for him.
Let me ask you a general strategy question in these bid games.
Sure.
Do you ever think about things like would you think as when considering to pick Albion, the fact that you're going to go second, do you like weight the Albion board higher because you're not going to be next to engineering, or do you just totally just look at only the faction pairings?
I only looked at faction pairings, but that may have worked to my disadvantage. Going first or second is really good. Gives you an extra turn. I should do that, I think, but I haven't got to that level yet.
Because I just noticed that was something that you, as I was looking at the bids when I was playing, I was like, I wonder if other people were overweighting factions that they knew would get an early turn.
Could be. I definitely value whether I can build an engine with a combination or not. But of course, yeah, not having an extra turn is pretty huge. So we see metal popularity, enlist a recruit quickly for 3 coins, and 2 pop to gain 4 metal. He opts for option 1, gaining metal and popularity. That'll set him up to trade deploy if he feels like it. He doesn't really need that enlist because I think he intends to do lots of bolstering and enlisting to get them anyway. It's a good moneymaker for him. He'll upgrade now. Is he going to upgrade the move or the bolster? Maybe he's not upgrading bolster for power because he wants combat cards. Yeah, seems to be. So he opts for a move to enlist. He can bolster for 2 cards next turn. Get an enlist in. Mix it with produces. Trade. Yeah, he can actually do any of these actions pretty well. It's very flexible with his start. Produce enlist out of Crimea. Straight to 8 workers. Spends a combat card, looks like a 2. And gains power. Considering. Is he going to see an upgrade out of... Okay. Produce enlist. He's thinking the deploy is the better choice, because Albion could do a deploy. Saxony is definitely going to do 2 more at some point. It's just he might miss this 1 power. Does he care? He's got bolster deploy as an action. He'll probably hit 16 anyway. Saxony mech goes on a good count. Oh, good point. Saxony's mech should have been on the encounter. Does that change any of your actions? Alright. Yeah, I do remember that conversation, Jeremy, and you're right. Having an extra turn is huge. Polania trade deploys. To get speed. He has 2 wood. He'll produce. And then bolster build a mine. It's a little slow getting out, but he does have that pop. Actually, Albion's chasing him too. Bolster enlist. Goes for the 2 cards. And he's bolstering a deploy early. Expects to see Crimea or himself get some soon. Oh, he bolstered for power. Then how does he have cards? No, he gets the enlist bonus for 2 power from 3 to 5. Looks good. A trade out of Crimea. Opting for trading metal. It's possible to go for oil and get an upgrade here, but I think he badly needs to move those 7 workers, so he's just going to trade here and then bolster deploy next turn. Trade for 2 oil on Saxony. He already has 1, so that'll be an upgrade right after. Oh. What's that? I think he just touched the metal that was already there. Did he? Is that the right amount? Let me go check. Did you just trade for 2 oil, or was that 1 oil, 1 metal?
1 oil, 1 metal.
Okay. Did you already have the 2 oil before?
He produced, yeah.
Okay. Alright, let me double check it later. He is on round 6. He opted to produce 1 oil, then traded 2 oil and upgraded. Then he produced 1 oil, moved, produced another oil, so he'd be at 2, and then trades. And he upgrades bolster to build. Wow. Interesting. Is he going to be building this turn? Polania produces up to 8 workers and 1 more wood. Gets to bolster build a mine and then shoot out and get those encounters.
I'm so excited.
That's the spice of the game, right?
Yeah, these early rounds, it kind of put me to sleep, but for sure for you brain burners, it's exciting stuff.
It's all about the preparation, right? So Albion's got an interesting start here. He traded to wait. How's he on the end? Oh, he was already there. Yeah, that's right. So he just traded deploys for rally. He can easily move to that other encounter or continue spreading forward if he wants. I'm not sure. He's pretty strong. He's got combat cards. If Saxony wants to pick a fight, I'm pretty sure Albion wins. So maybe Albion looks to rush the factory. Kind of a hard race with Polania in the game here, but it's doable. Crimea trade deploys. Gets the speed mech. Places up on the workers.
When you play Albion, and you have a factory, the other ones say is impossible to do. Do you actually try to get these factory objectives? If it's the only one you can do, or do you just sort of give?
I think that I've been playing Albion wrong for a long time. I've been going for build engines, as in trying to maximize coins, find a way into tier 2, and then just work with that. But I think Albion really benefits from moving early, getting encounters, setting flags down, and then working on the engine. And if you get the factory card, that's great, because that increases your mobility so much. So if you can safely get out, then I think you should do it. And if you have a factory objective, then that works perfectly with that kind of plan.
Okay.
That's what I think. I haven't tested it too much, though.
You're in the experimental phase.
I am in the experimental phase.
I'm curious to see what Axel's doing.
Yeah. Axel tends to be a very aggressive, fast player. And
I've noticed this is not exactly a faction that he would normally, I think, shine in, but
Albion, yeah, he plays Albion very aggressively and does well with it. So Saxony did a Riverwalk mech. Doesn't want to pick any fights right now, even though he has the underpass, because, yeah, Albion's strong. Waiting for White to step outside so he can maybe pick off some easy fights. Polania bolster builds, drops that mine. Nope, no surprises. Has a small lead on power over Saxony too. Saxony's got to be worried. He's got to. I think he takes the Riverwalk mech so he can get workers down onto wood eventually, and then start bolster building to get some power back. But it's gonna be tough for him. Building an engine on an innovative is generally not ideal, especially on Saxony. Second bolster enlist from Albion, getting power. No, getting 2 popularity. Going straight to tier 2. Doesn't even need the power or combat. Oh, wait, no, this is bounce workforce.
Bounce workforce.
Okay, so he sat on it. No, he just got the enlist now. He didn't rush it, but he wasn't worried. Yeah, I thought it was kind of strange he didn't go for the workers right away. Crimea. Redistributing workers 4 and 4, pretty safe. There's pretty much no way to go wrong with that when you have 4 and 4. Well, 4 and 3. Grabs an account.
Crimea plays itself.
Yeah. The game just plays itself.
Got a problem? Just coerce it.
He takes 2 oil in 1 pop, opts not to go for 4 coins for a mech or a worker and 3 oil. I don't know, that mech might speed up his engine, but it could be that he just wants to get the power star. I get what? +2, +2, +2. That's a tough power star with no upgrade. But he did just get 2 oil, so he could trade and then do an upgrade. And then bolster for 3 and 3 and 3. That would probably do it in between 1 or 2 more produces. Maybe. It's kind of banking on an upgrade out of Saxony. I don't know. I feel like I would have probably gone for the mech. Go for a faster game here. Albion looks scary. Tier 2. Powerful. Getting coins. 12 to 11 on Crimea, 7 Saxony, and 3 on Polonia.
Have we archived the win stats for just the tournament?
No. I don't know if there's going to be a big enough data set to work with, but we can look through and find them. We definitely have those results. It's just, do we want to put in the effort to pull that data?
Yeah.
Alright, so main character walks over to the wood. Encounter, not doing the cool mech to tunnel to, yeah, unfortunately, not going for the Tagawa encounter. Because this one, nobody really competes with you to take that wood encounter. And if you get knocked home, you can always go back to that from your home base. Alright, what did he get? He opted for a worker and 2 resources for 2 coins. Doesn't care about the popularity and 2 coins. Doesn't care about building a structure for 2 pop. Because he wants to actually take that bolster action, so... I'm guessing, not actually sure, but I think he will. Worker saves him 1 produce action, but it's in an awkward spot. 2 resources of his choice. Hey, there's the wood. So then he could produce next turn and get a mech and a wood, then bolster build.
I like it.
And maybe punch someone? Maybe. It's reasonable. Move and no enlist. He rushes to grab that encounter. The board is looking sparsely populated. Is Albion gonna skip the move up? No, he's not. He took it. Move. What else do you want to move? Hey, get in there, block the Crimea.
Now
Rough.
that's the spicy play I came for. Sit on that tunnel.
That is a lot of workers. Oh, and a fight. No disarm on Saxony
baby.
with 1 power. That's a lot of workers to bring along. You're not going to be producing there, are you? So why bring the workers other than to protect yourself 2 rounds from now when Saxony can move? Okay. So I guess he doesn't plan to do any produce. Oh, he could. He could still produce upgrade anyway, with just the 4 and the 1. 2 power from a combat card out of Saxony, 3 power out of Polonia. Playing the odds. Figuring this is not the fight that Saxony wants to win. Did Polonia lose popularity? Let's find out. Did Polonia lose popularity for shoving a worker? There. Done. Next encounter looks like... Is this one, I think? Yeah, because he got the popularity first. So he could get oil, enlist a recruit, or just take popularity. Maybe the recruit is not a bad idea. And the oil... I mean, it can guarantee produce upgrading. I think he's safe for the next round. He can't be shoved. Or he could opt for just the popularity and coins. He is starving for money. Yeah, he's got 3 coins. So a way to get those coins back. I think I would still opt for 2 and 3. Oh, 1 and 3 though. All right. Doesn't need oil, he's going to make it himself. So, make some of that money back. And lose 1 popularity in the process, 6-5 to 4, yep. Enlisting a recruit. Is it going to be upgrade? He sees, no. His neighbors aren't really doing much. Maybe a build from Saxony, but more likely a deploy next turn. Does he want the popularity back? Oh, he wants the upgrade. He's going to do the produce upgrade for himself. He needs power. Okay, fair. And he also opts to get 2 power right away. Wants to be strong. Yep, he's down to 4. Looks good. Yep, looks good. Produce. Getting 1 food, 1 worker. It's a good setup to do a bolster enlist right after. I don't think he cares about hitting 16 power. He often will go for a faster game than the time it takes to do all those actions. Produce enlist for food. Let's see if he tosses combat cards. He should. Oh, he just spent, yeah. He just spent the 4 food, didn't even bother spending a card. Maybe he likes his cards a lot. I doubt he would just forget. And his power dropped to 7. I think that's correct. 14, 6, 5, and 12. Crimea has a slight lead, but he did bid a most. And his territory is not great. Slowly bursting forth with the produce enlist bolster deploy engine. Saxony produce deploys. Gets the 4th mech. And the 1 wood, so that he is able to bolster build next turn. White produced upgrades. These workers are wasted. Odd choice here. I think he just was really worried about getting attacked later. Keeps 1 leftover oil. He lost his popularity and presumably the coin, getting back some. Did he get the power? He got the power back that he lost. That looks right. He's gonna go Wayfair again for them territories. Deja vu. You can even get a Rustfiat encounter. Could be. Albion trades for 2 oil. Going for another upgrade. Probably to deploy. I mean, it's only deployer build at this point, but most likely deploy. I'm surprised he wants it, but I think he needs to go for more power. I really doubt he'd go for trading popularity or producing on more tiles, so I think it's to bolster more power. Trade upgrade out of Crimea. Upgrading the bolster to the deploy, so he can probably hit that power star. Yeah, looks like it. What are your thoughts, Knight?
I'm having a tough time deciding who I like as a favorite here. I think it's really close.
Between who? Everyone?
No, I think Crimea is always strong, and I like what he's got going. But I'm excited to see what Albion's going to do.
So Albion's your sleeper pick, underdog choice?
Axel's always my sleeper pick. It's like a do or don't kind of player.
Yeah.
But I still think Crimea is a favorite. I like Polania's got going on too. I don't know. This is tough for me. I'm not good enough to really have a good judgment on this.
It can definitely swing later in the game. We're not really sure. Yeah. But Polania got that combat star pretty cheaply. He's built enough power that he probably can get a second one easily as well. I would say that
There's some bias for me, right? Because I can never get Saxony to work. So I'm looking at this and I'm just like, okay, it doesn't look bad, but I have this like nightmare bias where I'm just like, it's definitely, it can't work. It's gonna fail. But I know that I have more faith in Tywing than myself. When he springs to action, it should be fun to see.
so. I think perhaps Polania put those 3 workers there to dissuade Saxony from jumping on the mech with multiple of Saxony's mechs. And that may have been good enough because he's sitting on that 3 popularity and did not go for it. Finishes this bolster build, goes for the mine, so he can get his main character out faster. Clever, saves 1 movement. It is not next to any lakes, so he doesn't get any bonus coins for that, which is a shame. But getting the main character out faster is not a bad choice. Polania leaving the tunnels. There's a disarmament and a threatening disarmament in play. And going for wood. Also taking the factory. So we'll probably see buildings. If he produces here, he'll have 5 wood. Not quite enough to finish the rest of his bolster builds. But he'll produce upgrade at the same time. So likely going to upgrade move to build and then have enough. Not really need to produce anymore. So is he going to just move, bolster build, factory, bolster build? Could be. We are on round 11 though, so still got a little ways to go. Oh, he takes the resource. Who?
Oh. The reverse produce.
Reverse produce. Yes, I suppose so. I've never thought of it that way, but you're right.
That was an old Horace line.
That makes sense. You could produce with 8 workers, and then pay one of those resources to get it all back. So it's like 7 resources across 2 turns with a movement. Not bad. I don't know what he hopes to aim for with that, though. He's not that close to tier 2, unless he gets lucky with encounters. I guess he does have excess resources lying around, so just getting coin and power to secure his lead. It's not the worst, by any means. Bolster Enlist out of Albion. He gets some power. Crimea draws his combat card. Coins at 15, taking the lead. To 13 Crimea, 5 Saxony, 6 Polania. That's the 3rd bolster enlist out of... Wait, did he do that upgrade yet? Nope, he still hasn't moved. So probably a produce again to 5 workers, and then the last bolster enlist before trade deploy. Could be. He wants to time his bolster enlist. Oh, he opted for the upgrade one. Not for power. Not for buildings. Because I'm pretty sure we're going to see a produce upgrade next turn, and then potentially a bolster. Oh, we don't know. He may have some time. He may not care about the popularity. He's already tier 2. Bolster deploy Crimea. And he does opt for the Wayfarer. Does not like seeing 4 workers in his face. He put it to great use during my quarterfinal game. And,
The Wayfarer?
Yeah. Finished his objective and took a combat right under our noses. So this time, when I'm not playing, I'll definitely keep an eye on that. Gets his 2 coins. 16 to 16. Still down by a 7-point bidding difference. And his power's at 11. He still has 2 mechs to go. Nope, that's very promising. Oh, that's a guaranteed power star if you could take those 2 turns. So when is that? Round 13, 15. So 15 he gets power star, mech star, and you'll have the enlist star by that point. So round 16 he moves, tries to get 2 combats or 1 of combat and objective. Dangerous.
Yep.
The clock is ticking for everyone. Saxy moving. Spreading out. Main character. Chagabo Metal. Mech with worker to grab. Maybe not another worker? No, I guess not. Spreading out. So he's got. He has 1 on each wood. And 3 wood. Okay. Interesting. Suspicious, you might say. As if he had a certain objective. His encounter. 2 coins, 1 pop. Wait, that's the wrong one. 2 coins and 1 pop. Oh, basically the same. 2 power, 2 combat cards would be great for you. Or you can pay your popularity to get upgrade and 2 resources. When you're moving, you don't have food though, so you wouldn't be able to pop and enlist at the same time. Then again, if you do the upgrade first, you can pop the enlist, so you could also opt for produce, so that he could get 3 wood when he does his produce action with all his workers spread out as they are. Maybe. I had option 2, or option 3. But option 2, power and combat cards. Very good. Oh, he likes it.
Oh, I like the spicy plays, though.
It's interesting for
Tyler.
sure. It is interesting for sure. Get that enlist. Get your combat cards that way. Or maybe power. What does he take? Crimea needs 2 more mechs, 1 more enlist. Polania needs 3 more buildings, but if you lost your popularity, you're not hoping for popularity from Polania at this point. So yourself, you're done with your mechs. You won't get any coins out of that. I don't know. Maybe I would go, if I need more combat cards, I guess I would take the enlist. But if I don't, I would just go for the deploy, get some coins out of it. Ooh. Oh, he goes for upgrades. Probably we'll see more upgrades out of Polania and Crimea. That does make sense. Nah, screw that. Not worth the effort. Just take some combat cards and power.
Tywing, if you're watching this, I'm so disappointed.
You'll see it eventually.
I can't rip on him because I would have done the same thing. I have no balls.
A safe choice, huh?
He's just too good.
His popularity should be... Oh, and there's the woodland advantage. Many, many woods. Is your popularity... Oh, you just fixed it. Got to
It's
start.
almost as if he had a certain objective.
Almost. I am surprised he moved the workers like they were placed. Like, why not put them on 2 territories instead of 3? But, sure. Polania, produce upgrades. At least those workers are off the village now. He's got an extra oil here. 3 wood there. Probably safe from Saxony. Unsure. And what did he upgrade? Move to build? No. Yes? Seems to be yes. Albion produced, gets to 5 workers and the food. Yep, he'll be able to bolster enlist or trade deploy. Oh, did he? Cannot trade deploy yet. Might not need it though. I wonder where his later stars will come from. Get the enlist, get the workers. I don't know if you're gonna reach that power star. You're kind of banking on somebody hitting you with shield, but you don't have a shield mech. Could hope for a bunch of enlist upgrades, but I don't think you'll see that many more. Not sure. Trade upgrade. This is the second one we've seen from Crimea. And he opts to upgrade build action now, because he has 1 wood. Did he just trade for that wood now? 1 wood, 1 metal? Maybe? Yeah. Is this Crimea's ticket to tier 2 popularity? I think he's assessing the situation, thinking he may not win at round 16 unless he's in tier 2. That may be correct. He doesn't have a lot of territory. White's spread out real well, but doesn't have tier 2. Albion, though, 2 flags soon? Not yet. 1 flag. But safe tier 2 with lots of coins. Trade upgrade Saxony. Yay! That makes Crimea very happy. That'll be a power star. Probably next turn. What did Saxony upgrade? The build action again. Spend that oil. Producing. Oh, okay, so he was going to produce those things anyway. That's probably why he opted against taking that encounter option. Yeah, that works. At that point, you're halfway. You could get 4. 5 and 6. It's an awkward star for Saxony to go for, though. Polania bolster built. And he put a mine down with 3 lakes adjacent to it. Not bad. That is already worth 4 coins. Monument. I hope I said that. Next, yeah, he'll probably get 2 more pop if he finishes the rest of his buildings. Assuming nobody takes his stuff. Oh. I don't know if he could hit that. If he sees 1 more upgrade from Albion, yeah, he'll probably get a power star too. So before all these people get their power star, do you consider hitting them with a combat and getting potentially a cheap fight? That would not be bad.
You're talking about whether Polania will do it?
Any of them. Because they're all pivoting towards that power star, I think. Including Albion, but I don't see Albion finding a path to it yet. So if Albion doesn't care, then why not go ahead and hit Polania after the next bolster build? Actual movement. I believe mech with worker there. Another worker over. And main character over. That looks good. Flag is prematurely set before the encounter. It's okay. In the encounter, 2 popularity, 3 resources, or 5 resources for 3 pop. He's got plenty of coins, definitely 1 or 2. Does he really need more popularity though? Does he have a path to tier 3, and is it worth chasing it at this point in the game? If not, I think he almost definitely takes option 2.
For sure.
3 resources will guarantee, well, he's already gonna get the upgrade. Does he want metal? Trade deploy?
I think so. Solve some problems for him. That's what I would do.
If he deploys, what would he take? Burrow? Sword or shield? Sword would be kind of annoying, because
Sword would be super split.
yeah, you have all... Ooh, I'm just thinking. I feel like sword is the right choice there, because he's... Well, everyone's strong at this point, but if he disrupts their power stars and harasses them with the... Yeah, he could definitely take some fights off. And he's got the coin and popularity lead, as long as he doesn't hit anyone with workers. So finding people without workers is going to be a tough choice, tough problem for him. Second option, you were correct.
I'll be correct if he takes metal. But you never know.
He's hovering it. He's considering, what if he goes for the surprise 3 wood and upgrades the wood so he can produce... Build a mine.
Oh, I would love to see a mine. I changed my mind about what I want to see. Oh, he's getting
he
more
goes the
oil.
He could go for 6 upgrades. Moving an upgrade is another path to get power. And then, one more bolster. He could get that power star after all.
Why he didn't take any metal? Oh, he
Wait.
needs another...
He doesn't need
No, he
food.
doesn't need another wheat. Why is he...
Maybe he doesn't see the food that he already has. He's kind of forgetting. Alright, he moves in upgrades here, and then does one more move upgrade. Still not quite to the power star, with a bolster of 3. It'll just be 15, just off. And if he has to do a produce action for those workers, well, nope, he sees his own food, doesn't need it. But what can he do with 1? I guess it's a metal.
Maybe he'll upgrade the metal. It's one mine. It makes sense.
Yeah, then he could do a trade deploy.
What's he
Oh.
doing?
Oh. Why does he need that food? I'm not really sure. It couldn't be an objective. He's already done his objective. He doesn't need it. So, is he just concerned that somebody
He just
takes
wants
his...
more money and more cards, maybe?
Oh, maybe
just
he
wants to
does
do it.
opt for an extra bolster and list to get his power star. Because he may not see a path to getting 16
Yeah,
power.
now that I see this, it makes sense. Because he's got to do it twice.
Yeah, he'd be real close with just 1.
But not guaranteed.
Not guaranteed.
Actually, he could probably do it because he's going to upgrade.
If he produces, then he cannot.
Oh, okay, produce. Well, that's true.
So this turn, let's say he bolster and lists, and then he moves and upgrades, but that's an awkward movement because his workers are in the right spot. Also, he's producing more oil. At that point, do you just go for an upgrade star? Because you're gonna be 2 oil off from the last upgrade, and you're probably gonna be moving anyway in their last few actions. Crimea, considering. Nope, that's just the bolster deploy. Not a tough choice. Gets that power star. Up to 2 stars now. Spends a crappy combat card of 3. Decent chance of 4s and 5s in his hand. Goes for scout. Nobody he can hit right away. Nobody's in... Oh, maybe... No, he can't reach Saxony yet. But he'll get close. Where does he drop it? I feel you already have... even. Spent the coin, got 2 coins back. Looks right. 3 coins back. 2 net. $18, $16, $6, and $9. Polania recovered his coins. It's not bad. But the popularity difference. Ooh. Move. Going ham onto Polania. It's an interesting time to do it. So Polania needs that wood, at least one more of those, to finish all the bolster builds. And maybe Saxony is banking that Polania wants to get that power star with 2 more bolster builds. So he probably spends 2 weak-ish combat cards and hopes that Polania only spends a similarly weak combat card, because he'll want that power star. Polania already has a combat star, so he only needs to win 1 more fight. And I think he'll happily let Black take that popularity hit and sink him straight to the bottom of tier 1. Yeah, this might be a game-ending play for Saxony, as in, unless he can find a way to end the game quick. Ooh, 5 and 5. I was wrong. Polania wants to keep it, but he doesn't anyway. 5 and 6.
That is brutal.
Wow. So Polania is denied a power star and doesn't even win the fight. Saxony spent a decent amount, but he's still probably got at least one more fight in him, unless he can keep picking on white, which would be fantastic. And maybe that's the game plan. Soften up white, keep hitting him until you can end the game. I just wonder if it's too late. 18 coins, or 16 coins with tier 2. This is round 13. 3 stars Saxony. Not gonna get the worker star realistically. So round 15 you attack again. And in between, what do you get? He's in a tough spot. It's really dicey. Polania, not expecting that. He could do the bolster build anyway with the 1 wood he's got, and he'll push up another 2 coins. But I think, yeah, he wants to move. Probably need to do a produce anyway just to get the right amount of workers. Is he only moving 1? I think he should at least move, yeah, redistributing the workers so they are productive. 1 food, 3 wood. That seems like a lot of wood to go for. I think he doesn't care what resources he gets, he just wants to spread the workers, and then he needs to keep the mech on the heavy worker spot. Oh. But then he realizes he might be able to move in list. Okay. It's unfortunate that the mech is going to land on a spot without lots of workers. So in that case, I would probably opt to move the mech to that farm space, just so I can move the workers off later. But, yeah. I mean, we may see a couple more produce upgrades here. It's like almost like he's listening. He is listening. Danky, get out of this chat. Alright, what do we see from Albion? Got that bolster and the enlist. 2 combat cards. That looked like 3, but I think he's just drawing his endless benefit. Not yet to the Power Star, but I think he'll probably move and upgrade for it. Or he could hope for Polania's produce upgrade to do it for him, and then he can just produce right after. That'd be perfect. Crimea doing the Wayfair. Moving and building. Did he have? Oh, he has 1 wood with a combat card, and that will do it. So, I think I've seen Chempo do this at least more than once. Do 2 upgrades to cover both the deploy and the build. So you always have that option of being able to deploy or build if you need to with just a few resources. Spinning cards. Trying to figure out what other move he can do.
These are very frustrated mouse movements.
Agonized as usual. Finishes the build. Moves together. Interesting. Why not send your main character to get that village? Or to get that Rustfield encounter.
Is he worried about Saxony? Saxony can't move.
Even if Saxony comes to him, how is Saxony going to beat him? It's fixing power. He wants to pick the fights. So.
Maybe he's got. Did he play his objective
This is
yet?
Foundations? Why wait on it then? Seems an odd time to.
I don't know. Normally, I'd ask you to figure it out.
Yeah, I am also perplexed. I would definitely redistribute those more around the board, but we'll find out. Bolster build out of Saxony, pushing his power back. So he spent 3 before, and now he's a little bit ahead of Polania again. And he uses the wood. Ah, that makes sense now.
Oh, he has no river walk.
Oh, that makes sense. Yeah. But still, why not spread to different tiles instead of clumping on one?
I'm sure he's got a plan.
Polania builds as well. Man, nobody going for that building list. Oh, I guess Albion finally got it. Local infrastructures. Everything away from your adjacent home base looks correct. And he picked a great spot. Well, an okay spot. I think. No, that was that's the best he could do. So he's got 4 lakes. Albion pressing out. I think Polania is stuck. There's no way he can get 2 more lakes to get to the 9 coin benefit. It's a shame. Albion flagging and pushing forward. How's this worker here? Walking through the tunnel after being rallied. There's the upgrade that pushes him to popularity he needs, power he needs. He'll produce next turn to get the 8 worker star as well. Albion looking really good. And only paying 2. I did call this as the sleeper. Well, I didn't say it was a sleeper to pick, but I definitely think the Albion Agricultural takes the late game very nicely here. Assuming Mechanical cannot end it right away. But Mechanical's suffering on popularity. Ton of wood. Final enlist. star. He can deploy at any point for the 4th, and then combat, or objective, or even skip the mech. But where does he fight? He doesn't have Riverwalk. Yeah, he did take the scout before. Very defensive choice. How is he gonna find a fight? I think he has to deploy Riverwalk. And it's worth the coins anyway. A fight, double mech Saxony into Polania, taking the factory. Here we have... Do you think they're gonna spend power? My guess, it'll be another Polania surrender. Well, not another, but I think it's a weak fight. Yeah, 1 power. 5, 5, 3. Yeah, so 10 total. I would have spent less on Saxony, but I was wrong before. So he ensures the fight, gets a star, claims the factory. He has a lot of 5s so far. I think this is the second one. Polania sends home. Doesn't seem to mind too much. He's still got a lot of territory on the board. Saving for his retaliation strike. Saxony's down to 2 cards. In fact, could probably boot Saxony off the factory. The only exception is both of those cards are 5s, which are pretty slim. Produce. Is this an upgrade? Seems to be. Gets the food and the wood. Move, enlist, bolster build, maybe. That way you can get a little popularity back. I don't know, it's a long way home. He's at popularity tier 1. Albion. Producing. Gets the worker star. Looking very promising. He's licking his chops, trying to find 2 fights. Assuming he has the cards to beat them. But he is Albion. Everyone just has to run away. And in the meantime, while they run away, he trade deploys maybe sword, maybe burrow. If people are hiding, then you need to burrow to get into them. And then...
It's just going to spread out like a cancer.
Yep. Move those workers, get them onto flags, and take territory. And he's going to have a ton of territory at tier 2. So if this game runs too long, it still works in his favor. He's pivoted very well for this.
You can probably count on like someone like Black to end the game before it gets to be a race, right? Because Black isn't going to win otherwise.
Right. But will Black still make it into the finals with just 2nd place?
Oh,
Even if he
I
takes
forgot
2nd?
that's a consideration, right? They need to actually place in rank. So you just can't get last in this game, is what you're saying?
I'm not sure how many points people need to advance to the finals. Only the top 4 players are going to advance, right? So one of them already's at 16 points, Danky Nugs at 13, so even if he takes last tier, he's probably 14 points. Then if you take 3 and you land at 13, that's not too promising. We don't know. My guess is you're going to need 14 points to advance.
How many more games are there after this in this tier?
There's this game, and there's 1 game tomorrow, and that's it.
Oof.
Maybe a survival match if we have a lot of 13s and 14s. It is getting dicey. A quick option 1 for 2 coins and 1 pop. He doesn't need more mechs or metal. He'll be able to do that himself. $25 to $19, making up most of his bid difference. Moving and building at the same time to get some more coins. He's accruing a lot. He's not putting him in great places, but he's still spreading out where he can. I don't know. I think I would opt to put it next to my own lake. Oh, but he doesn't have that lake anyway, so it doesn't matter. One is better than nothing. Gosh, look at all these. Oh, to tier 2, almost. One more build will get him there. And he has the wood. So he's banking on the game to last at least 2 more turns, and then he'll be in tier 2, and that'll give Albion a run for his money. Because Crimea also has the choice of ending the game, and probably a better shot at it with speed. Because Saxony can't possibly protect against Crimea's attacks. I think we'll see a deploy, move, build as the final action. No. He can't win both of those fights in the same turn. Otherwise, he won't finish the build. So he's got to hope for a build out of Saxony before that happens. Interesting. Saxony working towards a worker star. Well, he's making progress. He got that mill on the village, sped it up a little bit. Factory move out of Polania, slipping in to spread workers or get that encounter. Which one is it? Spreading. Okay. Cover tidal spaces. Yep. Stop the movement of. Oh, and fight.
Oh, we got
Get that wood.
Oh.
Nice. He found a weakness. Pretty good shot at winning. Saxony. I think Saxony throws this fight. Tries to get a better combat card. Losing the wood on top is just icing on the cake. Karmic, you might say.
That's yellow.
Yeah, but Saxony needed 2 wood anyway to get that build done. So how's yellow gonna get to tier 2? He can build himself, but it's just slow. Oh no, when he bolstered poise, he wouldn't want the bolster for power, but he can bolster for that popularity. He'll get it, and then he can move to get 2 fights. Still looking good. So around 18 win, maybe. Albion's probably looking at it, thinking, how can he spread out enough? Wayfarer is giving Crimea that bunch of territory too. 4 and 2 against a 2. Believable. Still saving some power just to hold ground. And pretty well spread out. Look at those workers. They just need to shift a little bit over and that'll be perfect. Albion. Deliberating. Concerned. Only 1 more turn left if we're counting on Crimea finding 2 fights. And no one for Albion to fight yet. Does he trade deploy? I wouldn't do it, because he's not going to get the chance to move before Crimea does, and he'd just give Crimea the 2 fights that he needs. Saxony's got to get that main character out of there, and somebody needs to block these tunnels. Oh, just opting to spread. Ooh, why 2 workers onto the fold, though? Alright. So Crimea's looking at this, bolstering, deploying. Oh, Yes, bolster deploying. Not spending cards. Placing Riverwalk, and needs to set himself up where he can hit Saxony in 2 places. If not, he'll have to settle for hitting Albion with 2 mechs and then hitting Saxony in 1 spot. He opts to take the Tagawa space. That's where he can spread out most. Not sure. The Nordic space lets him extend his reach a little better as long as this oil tunnel is blocked. I'm kind of surprised that Axel exposed this oil tunnel. It really extends Crimea's reach a bit more. It may not matter actually. Ooh. Did he bolster? Oh, I think he'll just bolster for a card. He doesn't need more power. Pushes to tier 2. Gets the deploy back. Scary. Very scary. We've got 27 Crimea, 19 on Albion. So that bid difference is negated right there. Crimea is looking good. So it's really a territory difference. And I think Crimea has a slight lead there. No, this is already 8 territories. Math's hard. 8 territories to 6. Potentially a slight lead for Albion. Until Crimea attacks. And then I think Crimea takes it. Saxony, what are you thinking?
He's thinking his tournament life is on the line. Gonna bolster.
Flat bolster. He knows these guys are looking to pick a fight. Did he move last turn? He didn't. Why not move to secure yourself? If you're exposed, people will have a field day hitting you. I feel like that's a misplay. Ooh, Polania with the spread. Cover all the spots. Don't let anyone go anywhere. That was an insane spread. Look at those workers. If only you were in tier 2, that would be amazing. But it's good. Neither Crimea or Albion really want to push too many of those. And that may guarantee Denki a 3rd place or 2nd place? No. I think 1st and 2nd are pretty much between Albion and Crimea, but guaranteeing a 3rd will definitely advance to finals. It'll get dicey if he doesn't take at least 3rd. He enlists. Goes for some coins. Maximize as much as you can get. May see another deploy out of Albion, so it's not a bad choice. Albion. Round 18. Oh, okay, so he did have this extra move. Oh, opts to just spend a food, get some coins. He thinks he's maxed out his positioning. And really, he doesn't want to spend money to deploy a mech. It would be net even. It wouldn't actually cost him anything, but he can't put that mech anywhere really useful. So he's just waiting. Let Crimea finish this game. Alright, we see a move build. So if Crimea needs to shove workers, well, he'll definitely hit Saxony on this Tagawa medal. Where will he go next? He would love to hit Saxony on this medal space as well, but he'll drop to tier 2, and that will probably cost him a finals spot. He would be able to build if he doesn't finish the 2nd fight, and it looks like everyone's just in a position where their points are as maximized as they can be, except for Saxony, who could potentially move next turn. I think Saxony's betting on this, that Crimea does not want to end the game right now. Ooh. Encounter still occurs after combat. Oh, he's just spreading. He'll worry about those combats later. Or one combat, I think. He'll still finish one here. Yeah, that's a good choice. He's got that luxury. And then he can build a buffer with that next popularity from Encounter. I don't think he's going to see any option 2 or 3 that's too crazy. Good for him. Saxony gets scouted. Crimea places card. Oh, changed his mind. We got 8 to much more. 11. Wow. Saxony blew everything there. He's out of time. Does that mean let me moderate. Does Chempo care if it's a 5 or 6?
I don't care.
Alright.
He can do it.
Okay. Very fast option 1 choice from Crimea. Is he ending it? Oh, he could have the objective. We don't know. I didn't look at that. He goes for 2 more popularity. Why not? May as well drop a building while you're at it. Get some coins. Ideally, next to some ocean. There's only 2 spots that are good. Alright. Doesn't really matter which one. But that'll give him another net of 4 coins. Pretty good value. Minus the wood. Is the game over? No, he's not showing an objective star. He needs one more fight. He can't do his objectives. Interesting. Saxony wondering what to do after he blew all of his power. He even spent a whole turn bolstering for that, right?
He did.
He moves. Spreads to take a little bit of territory. What else can he squeeze? Can he shove a worker home? Might as well, right? Try to set Denki back. Put Denki in 4th so you can maybe have a shot at advancing. It's gonna be tough. Now, even with 2 points, I don't think 12 is gonna be quite enough. Tywing's in a really bad spot here. I guess the real thing... No. Can't. We have to be concerned at this point. Like, does he decide to just king make somebody? Because his shot at winning is pretty much nil by now. So who does he want to win this matchup? He can't force the end of the game right. Oh, he could if he crashes into yellow.
Yeah, the metal.
He's thinking. Does not want to do it though. Thank you with the factory. Spending the excess wood. Getting a little bit more coin. Squeezing his way. Hey, he's actually 16, 23, 29. No, doing decent. What's he gonna take? Ooh, a fight. Into yellow. Probably a suicide. Just wants to get this game over. I'll make a recommendation after the game ends.
What do you mean a recommendation?
Just in case Denki is listening. But yeah, I think I would have moved my main character out 1, 2, 3 to attack the yellow. That way you get to keep the spot the mech was standing on. Just one more territory, just maximize it. But let's hop on over. Well played. Round 19. Let's count it up.
Yeah, I know, Axel. I'm very sorry. I had to do it when I did it.
Ooh. Do you think you've got second place with that, Denki? I mean, that
I
is
think it's the only chance I have to get second place. If I don't do it there, Axel gets it 100%.
Oh,
so
yeah.
I had to do it then and there.
Maximize what you can.
Exactly. I actually think the structure bonus might push me over the top, but
You do have quite a bit. I think I counted
see.
4. The only thing I would have done differently is I would have moved my main character to do that fight instead of losing the mech territory, but too late. So you used your mech and moved off the wood to attack yellow, but you could have used your main character to do the same from...
No, I can't. I don't have submerge.
Oh, you don't have submerge. Okay, never mind.
I only have 1 mech. Yeah. Oh, I definitely would have done that. 1, 2, 3, 4.
How did you reach... If you were on the wood, or were you
I
on
was on the wood, so
Could you have reached Crimea?
wait, you're right. That's not even legal.
That's not a legal move.
Oh,
Ah,
The game's not over, boys. Get back in there.
well,
wait,
Well.
because his character has just gone
No,
here,
his character-
here.
no, I don't have
Has no
submerge.
submerge.
Yeah.
Oh, he doesn't have submerge.
No, this is
well
here.
then.
Game is not over.
How do we undo the end?
You cannot. Let's just keep playing and
Just
tell our
play.
moves.
Okay.
Yeah.
Say our
Okay,
moves.
so let's.
So if you can't...
I'm gonna undo that entire move.
Interesting. Do we just have a backup plan as our airship resolution?
Let me think.
Interesting. Game's not over, Knight. In for a surprise. Oh, you're already gone. Too bad. I'll go talk to them then.
Well, that's awkward, isn't it?
Yes,
A little bit.
I like how nobody spotted that either in the game.
I just assumed you'd use submerge to get there, and I didn't even
Yeah,
think
no.
about it.
Yeah, same.
Shanpu is just happy to win.
Take my star away.
Well,
Get your chance.
So what are you doing?
I'm still thinking, but I don't think
Oh,
I can.
okay.
I can't hit you anywhere, right?
Not that I know of. Yeah, if you had Riverwalk or Submerge, you... Oh no, you couldn't do it with Riverwalk either.
You moved last turn, right?
Oh yeah, you would be able to do it with Riverwalk, because you could attack,
With Riverwalk, yeah, I
Here.
could get there. Yeah, exactly.
but nah.
No. Yeah, no, I know that. I'm just
I
trying to
don't-
think of how to maximize my coins here. We will just build, I guess. Um,
That'll put him where? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 lakes. Not quite enough. Yeah, that's right. We were in an awkward position.
do Axel. What? It's a bit unfortunate.
No top action, right?
Oh yeah. Are you top actioning?
Me? No.
Just
Okay.
the build. Okay, Axel. Lots of coins going on. What will it be? Axel, plan to take 12 more coins here. Where's it gonna go? Definitely gonna push. Oh, he has so much popularity. What happened?
I think he moved last turn, right? Yeah.
No burrow. Just moving. But all the workers are in an awkward spot. So, how does he maximize his territory gain?
What did Saxony do the turn before me? Did he move?
Who?
Saxony?
He did.
He moved, right? Okay.
I think that Albion takes a fight on Saxony with the main character to set a flag in a new spot, moves a worker out, and that's about the most he can maximize. I guess he moves a second worker to the
Any of you
farm.
guys playing Valorant?
Me.
Yeah.
Yeah, what do you think?
That's good.
I like it quite a bit. I don't have any FPS experience, but it's been fun.
Are you guys League players?
No, I play Dota 2.
Gotcha. Yeah, everybody's going crazy for Valorant.
Is the skill
It's,
ceiling for Valorant really high?
Yeah, I
It
would say
looks
so.
It is, but I would say, like, having no experience, I played CSGO and it was impossible. I've played this and you can actually do okay.
Oh, okay.
It's a little more forgiving.
Their base is also
Is it
more
Albion's turn right now?
Yeah, it is.
Alright. Okay.
Yeah, definitely using the main character. But there's not really anywhere else you can go. You can move to your own metal tile with a farm worker, for sure. And then the last thing, what do? I think you just move one of your village workers to the farm. Oh. Lose territory. I'm not sure about that one. Are you worried you cannot guarantee the fight? Are you thinking you can stop Crimea from ending it during his turn? Maybe. If he blocks the path for Crimea to reach Saxony, then Crimea is forced to fight Albion with 2 mechs and lose territory in the process. Could be. Albion has like several 5s in his hand and feels confident he can hold this. Wow. Gives up 2 territories with that flag though. This is an all-in. down to 13 power. I think he recognizes he'll probably lose. Yeah, he would probably lose that territory anyway if Crimea decided to attack him. No? How would Crimea reach him? He can't reach. Those tunnels are crowded. I think he just believes he can hold against Crimea's attack and block Crimea from reaching Saxony. I don't think that's possible though. Yeah, Crimea just moves here and moves here. Loses popularity.
Back then you're playing 1?
Wow. Yeah, he may have blocked the route. I'll have to double check to make sure. 1 from Saxony. No power left. Flag is set. Can Crimea pick a fight? Not this turn anyway, but even the turn after.
Is that your end of the turn?
Are you upgrading or no? Do you not have the oil for it? Too lazy to look around.
Alright, Crimea looks at this. What is he gonna do? He did a move build last turn. I think his last encounter was the popularity jump. Is this a trade? Or produce? Trade. Yeah, spending coin, get 2 more resources. Your workers are too spread out to make a meaningful production. I don't know. You lose 1 coin, but you get, oh, you have a mill. +2 plus. You can get
Yeah.
like.
No
3.
kidding.
Ah, yes, a move build next turn. And perfect spread. You can even afford to shove some workers. Brutal. Yeah, I feel like Albion should have held on to that flag territory. Though, he's probably not at risk of losing second. It's just, was it possible for him to take first? I don't know. I feel like it still wasn't. Still in a stream, but thanks, Logan.
Who's
Saxony's
up?
turn.
Your turn, Saxony.
Gain coin. Last turn.
Yeah, you move last turn.
Bolsters instead. Blind Oyster.
I assume that's everything.
Palladia's turn.
Factory. Take the factory. It's a big territory swing. Is it enough? It's far.
Right here.
It might be.
Oh, you can't see your card. Oh, no.
Eight to 8. Looks good.
Yeah, that will be my turn.
You're up, Axel.
Trade. More food. Maximize by gaining 3 coins per. It's one
Okay,
route.
well, I'm moving.
It's not ideal. Oh. Did he just... I guess he net 1 coin gain from there. Oh, still going for this fight. Really? Is that the start you want to take? Not the build? Yeah, certainly take some free territory. In fact, getting a nice building here would be great. But
Actually, no.
yeah, you don't want to pick that fight. Yeah, I think you can just move the worker by itself to get that tunnel spot. Shove this worker. With that, you'd get 1, 2, 5 lakes. Just enough to get 2 more coins out of it. Not perfect. Shove that Polonial worker home and lose popularity when you do.
Yeah.
Matter.
Not
Forgot
a
about
bit.
10.
Meat, man. It's mean.
That's it.
Alright, now count up score.
Oh, we got the game.
So that was, what, 20 rounds?
I believe so.
No, 21? 20.
Okay.
3, 4, 5.
I played 2 more turns from 19. So
Yeah, that looks
I
right.
think I get 3.
Tough game for Saxony, for sure. Oof. Oof.
GG's.
Let's see the second. We're not sure. Ah,
That's
close.
big.
That was a close one there.
Yeah, I needed to end the game on that illegal move.
Okay. Guess that's it.
Good game.
GG's.
Yeah.
See you
This
all.
is the most dense board we've seen all, I think.
Yeah, it was very,
1, 2,
very
3,
long.
4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Am I missing one? I think you have 8 territories. Not that it affects the score, Axel. Oh, I didn't see this one. Okay, yeah, you're good. 9.
9, 2, 3.
User. This guy was blending in. Okay, well, GG, guys.
GG's.
Right.
See you all.
See y'all. And I'll cut the stream.